What else is going on out there in the world? Yeah.
Bare things going on.
Yeah, stuff.
Do you know where we should go?
Go on. You can just go into my notes, but we can start talking about Marcus Rashford if you want, because he's having a stinker.
Actually, explain.
He's having a stinker.
What happened here?
So what's happened is this. Marcus Rashford's had a stinker. It was a terrible game, and he's played terribly quite a bit.
Yeah. We was there.
We were there. He came on the pitch. I think I had more touches than him. I'm in the box. Where he's walking out the stadium, and some of the fans, I think the fans are fucking idiots. They're idiots. They've hurled abuse at Marcus Rashford, and then when he's responded aggressively, they're like, "Oh, look at his attitude." Big man, you're being disrespectful to a man. Oh, let me get this straight. Because he's Marcus Rashford and he's a public asset, you can just treat it like Big Ben. You ain't gonna... And it's just not meant to respond. Man said come round the corner. Oh, you don't want to go around the corner.
Oh, what?
Because he's a young 23-year-old man that will smack man up. That you don't want to go around the corner now.
Right.
You saw a little curly black thing, you saw a curly little brown thing on the top of the head and you thought, oh, nice guy. He can get mean. Even with an MBE. I'm happy about that. When I saw that, I realised he's still a nigger. That meant a lot to me. So then what's happened now? He's gone and apologised the next day. And I've just said, what is going on? This is what I think anyway, personally. Marcus Rashford, if there's any point... So then Ian Wright's come out and said to them, yeah, don't say that, whatever, boom, boom, boom. You need to employ Ian Wright as your PR team. Because you've heard me complain about this Marcus Rashford PR for a very long period of time.
Yeah.
Very long period of time. And if I'm going to break down why, Marcus Rashford has to focus on football. I think in life, if you don't do your job adequately and you do everything else outside of your job to make it look like your job's good, your career or your work here is in the biggest amount of shit you'll ever know. It's in a massive problem because you genuinely think that we can't see that you're failing. So let me give you an example of what Marcus Rashford's done. He's playing football, he's playing okay. It's not sensational, it's okay. So you're getting a load of people to respect you for your okay football. But we need more people so we can make more money so the brand's bigger. So we now start attracting people that don't watch football. Let me go give some food to some kids. Now all of a sudden my mum knows Marcus Rashford. She might have something to say now and then. She has no business over here looking at a footballer. So that's one group of people we've got. Then you're speaking to Obama. Now we've got more people that don't watch football over here with an opinion on Marcus Rashford. Right. You've got an MBE. We've got more people that have an opinion of Marcus Rashford that shouldn't. So when you start being a nigger, all them people, which is probably more than the football people, because your impact in football hasn't been great enough for loads of people to love you in football, but your impact outside of the field has been quite great. I do imagine you've got loads of football people, of course, but you have now too much people that don't watch football. So when you behave like the individual that shouldn't because you've got an MBE, or you shouldn't behave like that because you're Obama's brethren, or you shouldn't behave like that because you're feeding the children, they'll have something to say. But if you're just a footballer who's a rude boy, after a while, no one has nothing to say because that's who you are. We accept that there's people like that within the football world. We just don't accept that people that get MBEs behave like that, people that feel children behave like that, or people that speak to Obama behave like that. There's a societal perception that that's not the way to behave. Yeah. So why would you put yourself and make your PR team put you in that direction if only you're going to do that because you're frustrated at football? Play in fields that you know that at the age of 30 you can still play in. 35 you can still play in. 40. You can't do the MBE thing. You can't. You're taking pictures of Wiley, apologising. Like, bro, you're apologising for being yourself, but you're compensating it for finance. And you're wondering why you're not happy in football. Because you playing football is you being yourself. All this other stuff is not you. This is for people to have a public perception of you so you can have a smoother ride. But don't you understand, in moments of adversity, look what they do to you. When David Beckham was playing football, scoring on the halfway line against fucking Wimbledon in 1996, 2 years later, there's a doll of him at White Hart Lane being hung. It's very simple. Do not give your product to people that don't understand you because they love a part of you, not you.
Yeah.
You give your product to a place where they understand it. When you slip up, they'll be like, it reminds me of his cousin when he done that, or he reminds me of... 100. They'll understand it. They'll give you time. It's the reasons why Skepta, when things commercially weren't going well, where can he go back to? Boy, better know, Grime, we understand. Don't worry, my brother. When things weren't going too well for Chip Hop, what happens? Not saying he left or anything, but we're here. We don't go nowhere. We love our people.
Yeah.
I'm just saying when you put your products and your brand in places where it's not loved and appreciated, at some point they'll remind you you're a nigger. Like at some point.
Yeah, I hear that.
You got an MBE and they still booed you.
You're facts.
Like what the fuck? So I'm just gonna say it again. My people in this country, stop forgetting your 3% of 65 million. You are not the other people. So I'm not saying you can't do everything. You can't do like some of the things they do. You can do loads of different things, but there are some things that I wouldn't advise you do, because in the future, if they can remind David Beckham we don't like you, what fucking chance do you have, Marcus Rashford?
Yeah. That way, then you don't even have to, like, when you have that overstanding and that enlightenment, you don't need to have anyone writing any type of an apology for you at all.
1997, February 1997, Man United play Arsenal. Man United won 2-1. I think it was Cole and Solskjaer, and Bergkamp got one back. It was either between the 80th and 90th minute, or just beyond that. Ian Wright does a challenge on Peter Schmeichel. Peter Schmeichel racially abuses him.
Yeah.
Ian Wright goes mad. On the field. All the press, everyone gets on him. That's why Ian Wright says what he says today. Because he's a real nigger. He's always been real. Ian Wright was not a superstar when he was younger. He was not. He was loved and appreciated by his community because he epitomized that. Donny had a gold tooth. He celebrated mad every time he scored. He was not on any other side than the side that he was on. And because he's consistently been that person, today I say Ian Wright's a superstar. Big man, no can't chat to him. Legend, but he always had legendary status. But he wasn't a star like that when we were younger. He was a star to Arsenal fans.
Yeah.
He's not in the England side. Donny played fantastic in the 0-0 draw against Italy to qualify for England to get to the World Cup in the first place. Wasn't even on the flight, bro. Didn't even go France. Kicked out of Arsenal after that. Had to go play for West Ham, Celtic, all these other teams. I'm saying to you, Marcus Rashford, that's not your story. Your story is, I want to be an icon. I want to be this. I want to be that. Well, then don't get angry when they're telling you you're playing shit, because that's part of it. If you want to be where people love, appreciate you, and you can grow as a cultural icon, stop doing all that other bullshit. Otherwise, I can say, you're going to have to tolerate that. It's not going to change. You can do all the statements and apologies you want and all of that other stuff. It will not change until you go home.
Yeah, I hear. So, I'm 100% with you. But you see, like with the fans and that, like, I mean, you can see. Let's look at Sterling, for example. Yeah,
Terrible.
when we had that whole situation with the tattoo and all of these type of things or whatnot. Yeah, the media. It shows that the media have a biasness towards certain players that come from certain backgrounds or whatever, especially black players. Yeah, so I think regardless of how you move, they are going to do this anyway. People are going to heckle you or whatever. But see the extra stuff that you was talking about with the, the MBE and all of these type of things. This is the reason why now you're forced into a position to have to come out and say, I'm sorry. Because when all this stuff was happening with Sterling or whatever it may be, Sterling don't need to do that. Because Sterling is... Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like, if you don't understand it, if you don't understand it, you don't understand it. That's completely up to you. You take yourself, they're still going to do it anyway, but I don't have to feel like I need to apologize to you. To you for what? I don't owe you nothing.
Give you another example.
Whereas,
I work here with you.
Yeah.
I work with Filthy Fellas. I work with Vuj. I work with Alhan. I am part owners in all of those things. If something happens, I gotta apologize to no one. Who's gonna fire me? Me. When you work for somebody else, you have to impress them. So when they tell you to do something, you do it. If it goes wrong, you have to apologize. Why did you go impress them? So I get it to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But that's your employers. You work for Manchester United. You don't work for the community. You don't work for the people. You work for your club. Fair enough. Don't work for too much people, bro. Now you gotta apologize to Man United, the public, the people. For what?
And then they know that your staff sitting there likely to just be there thinking, all right, cool, how are we going to write this statement? How are we going to do... Nah, man, ban all of that. All of that. It's too much noise.
Bro,
it's too much noise.
The Metropolitan Police still haven't done a fucking statement apologising for this guy touching...
What? And essentially, all he did was...
He has to come in and say sorry the next day. What the fuck is going on? Everyone's crazy, you know.
Can I just say...
everyone's nuts, bruv.
I'm glad he offered the man out. I'm pissed he said sorry, though. You're supposed to just tell a man, yo, what is... Like, remind man sometimes.
Yeah. Bruv,
I saw...
man.
I saw... What's that? I know it's the culture's a bit different, yeah, but KD, that basketball player. Didn't you see that clip? Where Kevin Durant. Someone's sitting there heckling and doing... My man turned around and said, listen, you need to shut the fuck up, bro.
Yes.
What? You see how quick my man just humbled up himself? There's no apology. No apology.
Bro,
Humble up your mouth.
Should have heard the fans. When Marcus Rashford went mad, you should have heard the tone change.
Yeah, of course.
I can tell the people that were saying something to Marcus Rashford, in school, they will get bullied by people like that. And they've been waiting their whole life to say something. That was their first opportunity. Do you know how far away they are from Marcus Rashford? And they're still scared.
I know.
You lot are, them Man United fans are dickheads.
Yeah, man.
That certain crop of Man United fans right there, you lot were dickheads. You're not on no smoke, but you want to throw it off to a guy. And when he throws it back, you don't want to say nothing.
You don't like it. I can't stand that.
Bro. And your kids are there with you as well. You're dickheads. But like I said, Marcus Rashford.
That is I don't know, you would be able to have a good percentage of like football fans as a whole, like who do that. But I do feel like that is something that is within that culture anyway. People that just feel like, because there's so many of you standing in a stadium together that all sort of have this groupthink, for real. It's like you all sort of have that same, your emotions are being dictated by the game, whatever, fine. But now, because there's so many of you, you have this extra confidence to just say a madness. You know what? Sometimes you do need a kick in your mouth. Sometimes a man does need to Cantona up the place and kick out a man's seat.
Yeah!
What?
Crystal Palace thing. And you know what, Chuckie? In the heat of the moment, I never begrudge a human for being a human.
No,
I
of
can't,
course.
unless it goes too mad. So in a football match, we might go, I want to fight strong with you. We're at a football match.
Yeah.
The game was done. The game was done. These people have gone to the back of the stadium to watch these men walk on the bus to throw abuse. Furthermore, all you men are dickheads. You're taking your kids. After Man United have lost, no one's happy. We're all going home. You've taken it upon yourself to go to the back of the stadium to cuss the players walking in the bus going home. What do you hope to achieve? Is that going to make yourself feel better about yourself for like 5-10 minutes? You're a wass. You're an absolute prick. But Marcus Rashford, stop trying to impress people that don't give a fuck about you. When you score 2 goals against Arsenal, the very next day, the Sun wrote an article saying your cousin went prison. Like, these are the people you want to impress. These are the people that you want to impress. Them. Cause your PR team, they should go to the top of a mountain and jump off.
Or just go and just represent someone else. I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't.
That's a bit. So not still.
I would just say represent someone else.
I didn't say I picked the mountain.
You need to fire that team still.
Mount Everest.
Yeah, just represent someone else. Get another job.
I'm just disappointed in that because you know what it is? I know a lot of them individuals that are representing him don't actually have a clue what they're doing. They have no idea about social media. They have no idea about different cultures and different groups of individuals, how they respond to information. All they look at is numbers. Their whole thing is numbers. Don't you understand, my brother? If I've watched your YouTube video, I'm one of the numbers in real life and this is how I feel. And you've got 1 million views, there's 1 million of me. So don't just look at it as numbers. Eventually you have to meet them numbers.
Yeah, facts.
It's a stinker.
Child Q. The young black girl that was sexually assaulted by the officers and let down by her teachers. You know, when I heard the full details of this, the day that we came back from Manchester, I was listening to the radio, and when I heard the man talking about it and he was reading what actually happened, it's not come out of my mind. You know that? Like, this is an absolute madness. You know that? This is an absolute madness. Before I even go into exactly the situation that happened, I just have to just get this one off. Honestly, God forbid this ever happens to my child, you know? God forbid this happens to my little sister or whatnot. Because let me tell you this, I don't have it in me to be the good human being. I don't.
Tell you what I'll do. I'll go to someone's house and kick their fucking cat and throw it on social media and say, "What is this worse than what I'm about to do to this other person?" Bollocks.
It's violence. It's violence. You from the absolute get go, From the absolute get go. So basically, she's 15 years old at school. The teachers have accused her of having cannabis on her because they say that she smells of cannabis. The teachers have searched her, have not found anything. Then they've called the police. They've took the young girl out of an exam, yeah, and strip search the young girl. No female officer. Well, actually, I'm not sure about that. Is that true? Yeah. Okay. Whether there was or whether there wasn't, equally, it's disgusting to me. But also the fact that they to the point of taking out that young girl's sanitary towel and then her having to put that back in. That, like, have people taken a moment to understand what sort of effect that would have on anyone, let alone a young black girl that's going through all of the things that she's going through already anyway in society and having to deal with that? It's absolutely disgusting. And the fact that, you know what, she went back into the exam and no one asked her how she was or what happened. No one. It's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous.
Do you know what when I used to do youth work here, Chuckie, and we dealt with some mad cases, bro. Mad cases. And there was one particular case that we dealt with. And you know what the person said to me? The hardest moment is going to be when there's press about this, when the press talks about it. Because it's bad enough me having to deal with it and then coming to a place of acceptance. But then now the newspapers are going to talk about it, even if it's locally. So this situation happened, from my understanding, 2 years ago? 2 years ago, a year ago, how long was it?
I'm not sure.
But my problem is, I don't even... Cuz, God knows how my girl's getting over this day to day, like, peace and love and guidance with her and her family. But bro, like, now this is fresh news to me, and it was so old. That means that she has to sort of go through the experience in her mind all over again, because all the social medias are talking about it, all of that. Like, that whole school, suck your mum. You lot are fucking letdown, bro. That's one of your students. As a parent, you give your child to a school and you hope and pray that they're safe.
You have a duty of care.
You have a duty of care to my child. Like, you've allowed my child to be endangered by the people that are meant to be here to serve and protect. That's why I say to you, this country's fucking nuts. I told you time ago, send me back to Africa, bro. For the simple fact that we went mad 3-4 weeks ago and we were scrutinizing a footballer for kicking a cat. So what are we going to do about this officer or these officers or the police? What are we going to do about this? What are we going to do about this? You want to talk about all of this is why I hate this country. You're always quick to point the finger when someone does fuckery, but you never point that same finger at yourself. The police have consistently been a letdown.
Right.
Consistently been a letdown. And every time they're a letdown, guess what? Their fucking police force get to go home, lay their head on a pillow and go sleep, wake up and the next day and carry on like it never happened. How about that young girl? I'm
listening to you.
How about the riots?
I'm going.
And how about Duggan's family? Duggan's family that have to go through it. There's a rapper right now from OFB who has a problem with the police and has carried that energy up until this point purely because of what happened to his dad. How many more individuals in this community are going to be affected by the police? And knowing that I've come from a time where my cousins used to sing Fuck the Police by NWA. We're in 2022. We keep speaking about criminals happening from ethnic minorities and so on and so forth. There's a group of individuals that are here to police the situation, here to serve and protect, and they are consistently letting us down. What are they going to do? What is going to be done about it? I ain't seen no fucking statements of apology and all this other shit. Like, what is going on? But the fact there's a 15-year-old girl that is getting taken out of an exam. She's not on road. She's not in the bando. She's not bunking. She's in the place she's meant to be doing what she's meant to be doing. And she's still... What the hell? Bro, honestly, fam, fuck this country, man. I say it all the time, bro. All they ever do is divide, conquer, make you feel like you have to attack another individual that's meant to be part of your family. And in the moment you're trying to progress and do well, all they want to do is make life harder for you. For what? For what, bro? If she's got weed on her, let's deal with it afterwards. It's fucking weed. It's going to be decriminalised in about 2-3 years anyway. Then what? Then what did that incident 4 or 5 years ago mean? If it was really that bad in life and it's decriminalised now what?
Right, exactly.
Now what? If something's bad, it's bad. I don't need to hear it's criminally bad. If something's bad, it's bad. It doesn't matter. You don't do it under no whatever. But it seems like this little weed thing is blurred. She never blayed on her. She wasn't of no danger to anyone. If she's smoking weed, she's of danger to one person, herself.
Right.
So why should she now be embarrassed like that and then told to go back in the exam and go and pass that exam?
Just crack on.
And so if she now doesn't pass that exam and that becomes, and she fails all her exams and she can't get into the college that she wants to get into, but due to her mental state within that situation, what does that do for the rest of her life?
100%. The domino effect is massive.
Blood.
The
Honestly,
domino effect is massive.
and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, bro. If you're from my community and you want to be a police officer, you're a wanker. That's what I genuinely believe. You cannot want to, at what point do you want to be a police officer? To do what? Ever since I've been born, they've consistently let man down. When I was 13, I had police guns to man's head telling me, your dad's going to be back at 12 o'clock. I sat at the clock, fam, at 8 o'clock till 12 for 4 hours. I didn't see my dad until a year and a half later. This is the group of people that people want to... Fam, praise to that girl. Listen, you will make it through. Trust me, you're one of God's angels. Irrespective of what happened to you on that day, you're one of God's angels. You're one of God's angels. God will take you. Just stay strong. And it must be fucking hard. But the police force... Scotland Yard, they forget burned down, fam.
Just on that though, I'm sure that they're not very much a big percentage, but maybe there are some people that come from our community that are inspired to be police officers because of moments like that.
But then what? Like, that's what I'm saying to say to you. Like, bro, like, let's just be sensible individuals, bro. Let's just be responsible, sensible individuals. You're working for a police force, and the queen in this country is wearing jewels from your fucking country, bro. And you can't arrest her, but stealing's wrong. The whole thing's a fucking joke. So why would you want to be a part of that? I don't get it. You're working for people that have mashed up your country, bro. Have mashed up your surroundings to the fact that your family has to come here in the first place. To what, then go and work for the same people that mashed up your shit? And then you're going to be working with people where you're going to hear some of your fucking colleagues that you've never met have gone and touched up a 15... Like, bro, who wants to work for them? Like, why? If you want to be a nurse, I get it. Why the hell do you want to be part of a group of people that have consistently let down ethnic minorities in this country for years? And not just ethnic minorities, people from working class backgrounds. I know my brothers in Liverpool can't stand the police. Shout out Liverpool every single day.
You got Liverpool up.
I can't, honestly, the police, bro, and I'm sorry people go, oh, Poe, it's just one group. It's not. It's actually not, bro. It's actually not just one officer. I don't want to hear that no more. I don't want to hear it's just one group. No.
No.
So much of you police officers are complete and utter wankers, bro. You commit felonies and have the audacity to point your finger at other people and then go home, make love to your wife and say to your children, I'm a good man. You're a prick, bro. And the beautiful thing is that I believe in God. One day you have to answer when you get upstairs. You're not going to be on guest list. You're not going to be on guest list. I'll be at the door making sure you don't get in. I'll ask you for your ID, your passport, and still tell you go downstairs. Honestly, Chucks, fam, this is
No,
like...
I hear you still, and I will say that, like, there will be people that will be inspired to be officers because of stuff like that, but that's a whole different conversation. You know what? Yeah, I was reading. Actually, firstly, a thing that sort of really upset me when I was looking at this here was the fact that, like, because at first I heard that she got strip searched and whatever, but when I actually also heard that there was teachers that searched her and didn't find anything, that really frustrated me. And the reason why that frustrated me is because to me it felt like, oh, so these are teachers that are just really trying their best to catch her out. This is not enough. They just can't allow themselves to just say, you know what, it just is what it is. We haven't found anything. Poet is right. Like, if she did have weed on her, you know what, the one danger that she is to anyone is herself. That is a key point. You know, I read something time ago, yeah, and I actually just, when this was going on, I found it again, but my brain retake ain't that great. Sometimes I need to just, like, sit down with people who understand it better, and then I can always say, oh yeah, I read this and read that. But this was like a confirmation of, like, just conversations that I've had with family members, some black women, whoever it may be, yeah. And, like, there's like a common denominator. You know, like, you might listen to someone say some stuff, yeah, and, like, some of it you might feel personally attacked by or whatnot. But if you have a large percentage of people, yeah, that all in some way have a certain similar experience, yeah, at what point do we turn around and say, you know what, I actually hear you still? And one of them, yeah, was the adultification of black women, yeah, and young black girls. So this thing of like, when I say adultification, yeah, I mean essentially a young person, a young girl who it's like you're dismissing the naivety and her adolescence with her being and having adult features or being old, like, you know, not just from a physical aspect, you know, like more so from a like a personality perspective. So it's like this thing of, yeah, man, like she's in some ways she comes across a lot older than she does, and there might be so many different reasons for that. But I found something time ago, yeah, and it's called Girlhood Interrupted. I'm gonna pull it in the link for people to read, yeah, if you want. And it was a study that was done, yeah, and it was really interesting. Like one of the things that they found out, yeah, was that compared to white girls of the same age, a survey showed that black girls needed less nurturing, black girls needed less protection, they needed supported less, comforted less, they were more independent, they were more aware of adult topics and known more about sex. Now that last part I don't necessarily know, but one of the questions that they asked in this survey, and it asked predominantly white people and white women, were, how often do black females take adult responsibilities? How much do black females seem older than their age? How much do black females need to be supported? How much do black females need to be comforted? How independent are black females? And how knowledgeable are black females about sex? And so when the study came back, it was just overly whelming that like this was also not just black, it was white as well. So they were asking both the same thing or whatever, yeah. And like the study sort of goes into this thing of a lot of the time, see like young black girls, yeah, they take on the bad stereotypes of older black women. So see this thing of them being aggressive, them being loud, them being bullies, them being whatever it is, yeah. These young girls take on these negative stereotypes on their shoulders, which contributes to their adultification. So people just look at them and just think, oh, you know what? Like, it's almost like an unconscious bias. So it's an adultification bias mixed with a conscious and an unconscious bias. Do you get what I'm saying in the way that you're looking at them? The study shows that like they're 3 times more likely to be suspended for a certain type of offense or a certain type of thing because of the way that people look at them. So you take this and you can read it for yourself, yeah. You take that and you add it into this thing here, yeah. It's like, for me, and this is just my own personal opinion and just through the conversations that I have with certain people, yeah, they're not taking a young white girl and treating her that same way. There's an adultification that they have with this young girl that they feel like, you know what? Come man, you can just do that. It just is where it is. That's either conscious or unconscious. Either way, it's there. It's almost like there's some underlined curiosity about like the black private parts as well. It's almost like some weird twisted thing about that. All of these things put into this pot, into this young little girl who's supposed to just be she's a young girl. She's 15 years old. She's 15 years old and she's treated like an adult, my brother. Like, I know man them that's being strip searched and whatnot for whatever. Like, you know, one time we went to a festival one time and we're walking into the festival and the dogs come over and sniffing up my brethren or whatnot. He ain't even got no weed on him still. Oh yeah, I don't know, maybe he might have done, I don't know. Anyway, now, quickly, boom, strip search. Like, he went off and I'm thinking, okay, boom, they're gonna search my brethren. My brethren's come out, yeah, and he's so disorientated, but he's cool, he's all right, but you know, like I can tell, you know when you could just tell someone's top's come off? You get what I'm saying? Like, the hair's not curling as the same way. So I said to him, what happened? He said, yeah, they strip searched me. I said, what? I said, they strip searched you? He said, yeah. I said, fucking hell, bruv. Like, even going through that as a man, as a young man, is a lot. When you don't even have nothing, you might have smoked a young thing earlier or whatnot, but this dog's on you, and now you're gonna hold a whole strip search for weed. But now you're gonna do that with a 15-year-old young girl. That's mad. That's mental to me, bro. That's mental to me. But you know what? These are these conversations that need to be had. Like, you know what? People need to they need to enlighten themselves about things like adultification, and they also need to enlighten themselves on these experiences that these young black girls are having that are different to everyone else. And like, sometimes it's an uncomfortable conversation to have. But you know what? I believe that they, as loads of young black girls, and even women, can come out and say that this is my experience, and you're now starting to see this. But it's like, sometimes that just doesn't cut through, because it's like, they're just talking again, or it just is what it is. Or sometimes, you know what, you might feel as though, I hear you on this one, but this, babes, like, this one wasn't really that one. It wasn't really that. You know, like sometimes people do that. Sometimes, you know what, this one wasn't really, I understand the race element, but this time it's not really that. However, with that being said, yeah, I think as men, whether you're a black man or a white man or a white woman or whatever, I believe that there's more of a buck for us to understand and for us to turn around and say, yo, you need to do better. Because a black woman can say it until the cows come home. Guess what? They have been. And there ain't no change. There's not really much of a change.
Throw my phone for me, Chuckie. Watch this.
This is it.
Yeah, I think everyone's crazy. I honestly think everyone's crazy. I want to play a song for you, which obviously... Oh, stop sending me, go and get a jab. Go and get jabbed.
Are they still sending you
Stop
that?
texting me saying go and get this
Fucking
code.
hell.
You go and get your fucking jab, bro. There's no more restrictions. I can go on the plane without a bloody mask now. Leave me alone.
My numbers.
You text me more than my dad, bro, and my mum. Like, you lot are jam jars. Watch this.
Jam jars.
You, man, what's the name of this song?
Let's see if I can read more of this.
Listen to this song. Obviously, Chuckie won't be able to play it, but I want you to listen to this song, and then we can just have a discussion.
We can play the audios. If you're
about
listening to audio, you can hear
the black woman. Listen to this now. This is John Lennon. You know the song? You'll never forget it. John Lennon.
Whoa. He said woman is the nigger of the world.
Oh,
Hey!
He
I was
sang
thinking,
that
no way did he
well.
say
John
that.
Lennon said the woman is the nigger of the world. Let's go back to that. Let's stick with
Whoa.
that. Let's stick with that. So that
Whoa.
song came. Let's just stick with that.
No way
Let's
he said
stick
that.
with that. That's a song online, legitly on Spotify, called "Woman is the Nigger of the World" by the person that you lot love, John Lennon. I don't care for that guy. I ain't got time for him.
I was like, no way.
He's got a song called "A Woman is the Nigger of the World." All right, cool. So
the title of the song.
that's the title of the song,
The
my brother.
title as
Oh my
well,
kids.
fam. First.
What do you mean?
lyric.
Right there, woman is the nigger, Nigger of the world.
That's
That's
nuts.
nuts.
No, that's not.
All right, let's have that there. All right, cool.
Nuts, bro.
So what it looks like he's trying to say is a woman is an individual which in society is not shown the level of appreciation that she deserves.
Oppressed.
She's oppressed. He's then used a nigger as a comparison. So he's saying black people are clearly oppressed.
Anyway.
So what the fuck is a black woman, bro?
Yeah.
So white people are clearly aware, because you love John Lennon, done this song, you lot love him, innit? So my whole thing is this, bro. Like, what needs to be happening within this country, there needs to be an education about the oppression of the black woman. So I don't want you to look at the black woman as a victim, but I want you to understand what you potentially have done to the black woman in England.
Right.
All of us, even me, all of us.
Yeah, 100%.
An education, and then especially schooling systems, because you're dealing with numerous black women.
Right.
On top of that, some of these teachers have probably never even had to experience a black woman for longer than 5 minutes in the fucking doctor's surgery. But now you've got couple in your class, you've got the parents coming over. You're going to have, like you said, a very negative perception of things if all you did was watch examples of black women being loud and aggressive. Your perception of that is going to be that. So why don't you go and educate yourself? You remind me of the listener of music earlier on. We were talking about being lazy. Most teachers and individuals are lazy. All they have is a skill set that they've learned from university. They don't have people skills. So what everyone in this country has to understand is, due to the stupidity of the people here prior, so all the senior individuals, there are ethnic minorities here. We don't have the same upbringing as you. We're completely different, from Polish to Turkish to all types of things. You have to educate yourself on these situations. You have to educate yourself on the environment these people are coming from, for the simple fact that you're teaching them. And if you want to do your job efficiently, start finding out where these people are from, because nobody knows who they are until they know where they're coming from. So once you know where these individuals are coming from, you treat them accordingly. People should be treated as individuals. Psychology is more important than sociology. You treat people as individuals, not as a collective group, and say, well, this is how you treat a group of people. There is no one way of treating a group of people. They're all different. So the way that in which this young lady has been treated, this general way of just saying, you've got weed on you, so we just take you out and we strip search you, that's too general for me. It's not specific enough. And if it is specific, is negatively specific. You're doing it because you're perpetrating this woman. So I just don't like any of it. What the fucking school system should be doing, shout out Troy Deeney, because Troy Deeney's actually trying to do it really, really, really well. We can talk about it another time, invite him down. Is educating people, educating school systems and putting in their national curriculum black people, our history. I don't want our history to be Christopher Columbus came and discovered certain things, and I don't want it to be slavery. That's where that now. I want you to empower our people. If you talk about individuals from that time that empowered us, I have no problem. But put Kano in there, put Ian Wright in there. Start putting some black heroes today. So today we realize how powerful we are. Our power shouldn't lie to what people done in 1960. Like, everybody knows Martin Luther King, and it's not to play him down. He went through moments of adversity that I will never go through, and I thank him because it probably made it easier for me. But guess what? There's people today doing it. There's people 10 years doing it, 20 years ago. If we start thinking that the individuals that are really important within black culture are so long ago, we're missing out on a group. And especially for women, because women need to know who... Bruv, I'm tired of this, bro. I'm tired of it. I'm a fortunate individual in a sense of I'm a black man. As a black woman, I've seen what mum's had to go through. I've seen it firsthand. I've seen her firsthand speak on the phone, go to the doctor's surgery with me, the man come out and say, hi, is there a Miss Stewart here? She goes, oh, hi. And he wasn't even looking in her direction when he came into the flipping website. He's looking over there. He's not thinking my mum is well articulated. So what I'm trying to say to you is, a lot of individuals within this country in senior positions where you're integrating yourself with different types of people need to educate yourself. Because I'm telling you right now, the crop of fathers that are going to be, they're going to be like me and Chuckie, Savage Dan. You can't do that to their daughters. Maybe the previous generation, but the dads now are younger, bit more trendy. If you want your school to stay in suitable conditions, let's start treating people with the respect in which they deserve. Especially, I'm just going to narrow it down, the people that I'm privileged to be a part of. The people I think, well, my people. Treat them with some damn respect, bro. Because I don't even know how this girl's going to be affected years from now.
No, massively. No,
I have no clue, bro.
I don't think that goes. You know, there's still a lot of things that I'm like. When I read that article, like 3 years ago, and like I would have been able to tell you that there was some like adultification with young girls anyway, but like I didn't know the depth of how it was or how it is for young black girls. Like I just didn't even really understand that until I'm reading that, and you know, I'm just watching conversations unfold and people talking about certain things or whatever, and like you know like sometimes you know that you're learning something, yeah, as well, when someone might say something and it kind of taps something within you. And this is me actually talking from a place of, you know, like I'm not perfect. So, you know, someone says something, yeah, and then you're like, rah, like shit, I've done that, or I did that. And there's like one of the first things that happen is there's like this defensive mechanism that kicks in a little bit, because you're like, no, but hold on 1 second, but then when you have a certain level of emotional maturity, you push that to the side and you say, hold on, wait 1 second. There's a message in this. And wait, hold on 1 second. This person has said that. And that person has said this. And this person has said that. And that person has said this. And this person has said that. So at what point do we turn around and say, you know what? Yeah, I can't even allow that to happen again. I can't even allow that to happen again. And then you look at it as a whole and you start thinking, rah, look at the way that you're dealing with That's mad. These two same situations have just happened, yeah. And look how you're dealing with this person. And the reason why I keep going to the adultification thing, yeah, is because that is a fucking deep one. When you're supposed to be a child, you're supposed to be a child. When you're supposed to be a young person, you're supposed to be a young person. Like one situation like that fast tracks so much stuff. So much.
A young black girl's getting mistreated like that. When the cat get kicked, we're doing so much.
Oh my God.
Big champion, man can't walk.
Yeah.
Fine him $250,000. His brother get fined, can't play for him team.
Yeah, it's crazy.
All of this fuckery. And I'm not saying the cat shouldn't be treated like an individual, but if a cat can get that treatment, what can a 15-year-old black girl doing her exams get? Nothing.
Not right.
So that's where we are. You've put us below a cat.
That's crazy.
You put black women below a cat.
It's disgusting, bro.
A cat.
It's disgusting.
Same energy.
The media and all of these people that are outraged, you're telling me you're putting the cat before the young individual in school, might I add, in an exam, might I add. Cool. Well, you lot keep getting MBEs, innit?
One we need to get rid of. One we need to just really start getting rid of these mad stereotypes as well, yeah. But also, like, putting stereotypes on young people in particular is nuts, man. When you really deep that, when you actually have these type of stereotypes, this loud, aggressive, this bully, that, all of these different things, yeah, and you put that on a 15-year-old or a 10-year-old or 11-year-old or a 12-year-old, like, they don't even understand what's going on. All they know is that they're just hella different. You get me? And you grow up with this thing of just needing to just try to just have thick skin, because you know what? It just is what it is.
This country doesn't make you celebrate your difference. This country, the only time they make you celebrate their difference is when they're ready. That's why I'm not really a part of the charity generation. I can't stand it. I don't like the fact that BLM is next to all of these other things and they're all categorized and you do all of this. I think it's absolute... Bruv, anyway, you know how I feel about this thing, cuz at the end of the day, this country, and it goes to all my people that are trying to say, yeah, you should conduct yourself right at work and all this other jargon bollocks you lot love to speak about. Listen, the most important thing is respect. You show respect at all times. But one thing you shouldn't do is invest too much time in an area that doesn't love you. I think you're a beg friend, and a bag of you lot are beg friends. And then you see situations like this manifesting and you're outraged. You're outraged, but you're working for the same machine that is doing that in the first place, bro. People need to start figuring out. Muhammad Ali said it best on the Parkinson show. And that's the reasons why I think we are a lost generation and God knows how we're going to get helped. Bro, they try to say to Muhammad Ali, some guy got up and he had a black boxer and a white boxer. And he goes, oh, you don't even know the things that I'm doing and trying to unite black and white people. And the whole crowd gets up. And you know what Muhammad Ali said? I can't even connect black and black people. Let's deal with that first and then move on. Now, in our community, there are so many problems that we're having. You're going to give us more problems. And the only way we can get rid of them is to join you. So if you can't beat them, join them. Oh, my mum, I'll never join you, lot. Never.
Howlers. You got some howlers?
Of course, man.
Should we get into it?
Of course, yeah, man. Alright. I don't know where that family is, but I'd love to do something for that family. I don't even know what it is. I don't even know what I can do. But I'd love to know what that young girl is interested in. And hopefully, with what I have in my phone book, we can try and make something happen. Because I do not want... I hate that. That's not fair. You can't have 15 years on this earth and that's your experience. That's too brother.
Yeah, it's not.
Nah, bro. Let's go to the Howlers, though.
Love, guidance, and light to that family, yeah. And love, guidance, and light to all of those who's going through all of those type of things, and especially the young girls that are dealing with and not even realizing that they're dealing with it as well. Just adultification bias. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's get some howlers in.
It's mad because some of the howlers were kind of we've spoken about them already. But they're still
cool. Just live your life, man.
Shall I live my life?
Yeah, live your life. Do your thing.
Like Rihanna and T.I.
Go on, strong.
Alright, say no more. Because the first one's nasty.
I'm with you.
Alright. Now this is what I'm gonna say to you. Boo.
Who?
Right. Who am I speaking about, did you
Right.
say? Oh!
Yeah?
Well, there's a guy called Clint. I really like him.
Go on.
Really good guy. He's a hard-working individual. Always puts himself across as the rebel, but yet he will help his mother. He will help his family. He helps his friends. Shout out Ellis, Soho Yacht Club. I'm talking a guy responsible for Cortez.
Yes.
He's wearing... Come here. Come here, East Africa.
No, he can't be on camera yet.
Can't be on camera yet?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Have you got something that you can move?
Blow your face. Blow your
But
face.
look,
then.
look, he's
it's it,
located in the lava area. But the most important thing is that, yeah, man, the
You know what I'm
cap.
saying?
This is the brand
Ain't
that
never
we're
a
speaking
t-shirt
about.
coming from you soon.
Yeah, he's got it today.
Say nothing. Come on, man.
So this brand right here is brought to you by a young man called Clint. And I think he's absolutely sensational. The way in which he's able to build his brand and the things that he's done, for me, is very inspirational and I can learn a lot. So come Boohoo Man. And guess what they went and done? They don't want to learn. They're like plagiarism, innit? Like it's fucking university. So they've done and released the same damn tracksuit, but changed a couple little things.
Teeth.
Damn teeth! Teeth! And these times you're a multi-million, billion-pound company. You're all rich. And you got the brother out here. And this is what I mean. Boohoo Man. We're the same complexion. You can't go against me. You can't go against Clint. We're coming from the same struggle. But look what you've done. You've taken Clint's hustle and you've made it on your site and you can just buy it as much as you want to play down his thing. That could potentially kill his thing. Why would you want to do that, Boohoo Man?
Teeth.
And yet bare of you lot afterwards are still going to go and do Boohoo Man deals and all of that. I don't begrudge you. Get money, man. We're from nothing. I understand it. But when you're taking a pound, just ask yourself, who they taking a pound from? Because I can confidently say, until Boohoo Man start restructuring a couple of things, I can't take money from you lot knowing that you're trying to take money out of my brother's pocket. We don't play that game round here. So Boohoo Man from me, stinker.
Teeth.
Absolute stinker.
Teeth.
Just like what the dentists love. Teeth. But anyway.
One more time for them.
There is
Teeth.
It's disgusting, bro.
I can't stand stuff like that sometimes, man. It just winds me up.
Bro,
You know
I
what I'm
can't
saying?
stand. Bro, Clint. Look, Clint.
Do you know what though? Would have been kind of brazy.
Go on.
Nah. If you're gonna teeth, do it with chest, innit? Now, yeah, proper, like even more so. So you see that brand, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a prison. It's Alcatraz,
this.
yeah.
Look at that.
Imagine Boohoo Matt, so it's Alcatraz, American thing, whatever. Boohoo, if you're gonna just teeth it, you might as well just do some clothing line and just do Holloway Prison.
No, look what they've done.
Yeah,
No.
scrubs.
Even
just
got-
do a light scrubs then.
No, Chuckie
just do it
didn't-
like that.
Chuckie, I didn't even clock. Now, if you know about Cortez and Clint's thing, it's done very like prestige in a way where there's limited
Proper.
stock, and
Yeah.
after that, who knows? You might not see it again.
Right.
Look what's at the front of this jumper. Official limited stock. Your backside. Your backside.
What,
You're
Boohoo's-
taking a piss,
Well,
bro.
Boohoo's doing that limited stock.
stock.
Well,
Says
since
it
when?
on the
Oh,
jumper.
it says it on the jumper.
Not limited, bro.
And
Teeth.
they got a brother with tats.
Teeth.
I'm not gonna say that he might be dangerous. He might hit me up. He's looking at my face, not yours. But if he's not dangerous, that is disgusting, my brother.
Teeth.
Nah, honestly, this rubs me up the wrong way. You know, I don't like that. It's disgusting, brother. Man, then we'll still go and work with them and not care, but because everyone's about the bag, innit? Money. When are we about God? I'll tell you who's also about money.
Teeth.
But he's run out.
Who?
There's 2 numbers.
I heard about this.
Favorite sex position.
Sex position.
All right.
right.
6'9".
About
He's
sex
not
position.
broke. He said he's struggling. Now we have to understand. My broke and Mike Tyson's broke and Michael Jackson's broke was 3 different brokes.
Right.
My broke was there's a $5 in my account and I'm walking to central London. Michael Jackson's broke might mean he can't go Bora Bora with his whole family, but he can still go. Different types of broke.
Strong.
I think 6'9" might be my broke soon. The money was going up, came out of prison, done the whole thing, and I kept saying to people, if you're not part of the culture, you will make money for a time. The same amount of time you stayed in secondary school. I said this from year 7 to year 11. And then when you get to year 11, you just grow up and you go, I don't like that no more. So then who do you appeal to then? Well, 6ix9ine right now, unfortunately, after filming 2 individuals or a group of people doing a robbery, they've sued him. The two individuals that saw that 6ix9ine filmed getting the rock, they've sued 6ix9ine for £5 million each or $5 million each. That accumulates to 10 mil.
Right.
Now 6ix9ine, you were bragging about how much money you have, this and that, but you said that if you pay the 10 mil, you'll be struggling afterwards.
Right.
Struggling. That means that a lot of the assets you have clearly are quite expensive. So therefore, if you pay the 10 mil, you're gonna have to get rid of a lot more. And guess what? Before you know it, you'll be doing a show with me. Right. That's right, 6ix9ine. I already told you. Don't come round here and try and put man in prison and think say your life will be good, because everyone likes to say life is short. Life is not short. There is not one thing on planet Earth you do longer than life. So watch what type of mistakes you make, big man, because guess what? You're fucking off people now. 5 years later, look at you. Go New York now. Go get some red bandanas out. Call your friends. Go on. You can. That was the best times of your life. Go try and kill Chief Keef now. Go on. You can. And all this money you spent on your security, you're struggling. And the music you made originally to become good was black music. We don't want you around here no more. So now what do? Podcast with all these other guys talking shit. Right. They don't want you no more. And now you realize you're Mexican. Big man, I try to tell people, you are who you are. You can't run away from the truth. And 6ix9ine, you're a rat. We don't respect rats around here. So look what's happened.
So these times now, man's standing outside the bodega in a Michael Kors watch.
Good.
Oh, it's a L. It's an
good.
Absolute stinker. It's an absolute stinker.
Do you know what I want to see? I want to see 6ix9ine when he's 69. I wonder where you'll be then.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right. All them tattoos and that.
All them tats. You're gonna 6ix9ine. I could be wrong, but unless you change your life around, when you're like 40, you're gonna remind me of the guys I used to see in Northumberland Park saying that I could have played for Arsenal. You didn't, and I don't care.
Right.
Don't tell me what you could have done or what it was like. Sustain that 6ix9ine. You can't.
Teeth.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah, boohoo man. Go do a deal with boohoo man. Now here's one that's very interesting. This is very interesting because I sent you one story, but it was inappropriate. But it led me to another story.
Go.
So Chuckie, you know, if you've recently seen us start sending you the howlers, just so you're warmed up.
Yeah.
There was one howler about an individual from Disney.
Oh, okay.
Let me see, me go and get it first. All right. So there was a story about the CEO from Disney apparently being a paedophile.
Oh, God.
Now, he does own Disney. It is about kids, and he's a very old man. But that's rude for me to say because clearly I don't know if it's true. Right. I have no evidence to suggest it. This was all alleged.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to sue me, go and sue 6ix9ine. He's got more money.
Strong.
But you know, sometimes there's no smoke without fire.
Disney
employees are among 108 arrested in human trafficking sting.
Oh. You what?
Excuse me?
108?
108?
That's more than 100.
What's this about? What's everyone doing?
Bro, that's a criminal enterprise. That's a lot.
3 employees of Disney World are among 108 people arrested by police as part of an operation targeting human traffickers.
Mad. 3 people.
Mad.
So then I started thinking to myself, like, that's a bit crazy. That's a lot of people. 108 people and 3 of them from Disney World. This is mad. I done further research. Let me find it. Do you know how much man from Disney World have been out here troubling kids?
What?
Oh my God. Oh my God, we're having a Virgil.
This is nuts.
Where is it? Oh, fuck.
So they've clearly their vetting process is horrid.
My brother.
Clearly.
My brother. I'm gonna find it.
What vetting
thinking
process?
that,
Yeah.
Sugar.
Like clearly they're obviously like this.
This is at all levels of the company.
Bro, it's terrible, but
From, like,
I
CEO
didn't
to the
save
parts.
that one. No, I saved all of it. So basically, anyway, there was like numerous stories from spanning back 10, 15 years of so much workers at Disney World and Disneyland Paris out here troubling kids, fam.
That's disgusting.
See, you Europeans, told you about you lot. I'm going back home anyway. I'm done with so much of you. And it's not the Europeans.
No, we
that are
can't do
telling
that because in
it's
Africa,
the higher ones. I'm not stopping nothing.
we're
All
gonna
the
like-
higher. I'm not
in
stopping
Africa.
nothing. No, I'm not stopping nothing. Do you know how many stories I've heard?
Yeah, I'm
Every
not
time
gonna
I
lie,
hear-
they love a little bit of that in certain countries in Africa. They love a tad
You
bit of
leave
it.
our broken continent alone, Mama Africa.
They
If
love
it
a
wasn't,
little bit of it.
I'm just saying, if it wasn't destroyed, I don't know what it would be like.
Female, what do they call
You
it?
leave Mama Africa alone.
Yeah.
It is it's a continent full of fuckery. So when fuckery happens, I'm like, well, fair enough. It had bare fuckery happen to them.
But
These
Disney-
privileged, westernized, I have loads of money and education and opportunities. They shouldn't be doing that in Disney World. I'm sorry. And Disney, it shouldn't be happening anywhere. But Disney World,
Right.
kids are meant to be safe in Disney World, no?
That's the place where they're probably supposed to be one of the safest.
I
But
was
you know
taking
what?
my kids
I think
there
anywhere.
next week.
I think anywhere that is for kids is probably the most dangerous. You know that.
Yeah.
When you
Those
actually
are the
deep it.
hotspots.
Wow.
It's a hot spot for
Deep it,
true.
like-
If this is where they know, if this is your thing, bro, do you know what? I can put it like this, yeah, in more simpler terms. I know I'm gonna go to, when I do my R&B event, there's gal.
Oh yeah.
Some people may not love R&B like that, but they know when they come there, there's gonna be gal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a good night because there's gal. If this is your thing and you have this within you, and you're full of fuckery, and you want to carry out your fuckery, where you gonna go? You're gonna go to where you believe is the candy store for that.
And this is what I would like to tell all them individuals. I have 2 children called Zayn and Khalifa, and they have mobile phones in prison now, so I'm comfortable.
That's it. Statement done.
Leave my pick me alone, though.
I hear that.
And that's my howlers for
that
the
your
week, though,
howlers,
man.
yeah?
Like, honestly, people,
Yeah.
if yesterday was bad, work hard today so you can have a better tomorrow.
If
Because
you ever
this
see
is
any as well,
stinker.
send them to Poet as well.
Yeah,
So
man,
you
send me
can
out.
see them.
To be fair, people.
I
Oh!
noticed they're doing that.
Recap!
Go on.
Recap!
Go on.
I cannot wait. Remember that Trey Songz song? I can't help but wait.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What was
No,
it?
I've
I
got
sent
it
it to
somewhere.
Chuckie. Oh my god. Everyone's gonna be thinking, Paul, what are you excited about? Yo, watch. Oh my god, there was more howlers.
Wait.
David Carrick was today charged with an additional 12 offences and is now facing 41 charges, including 18 accounts of rape. This is the Metropolitan Police.
Whoa.
Stinker. I hate you lot.
This is nuts.
Stinker.
There's a lot going on out here right now. Bro.
So basically, a couple of weeks ago, me and Chuckie told you a story about an individual that encouraged a friend to come to her house, and that friend ended up sleeping with a dad.
Oh yes.
Update.
Go on. Oh, there's a next. Oh,
Remember I
yes.
showed you the pictures?
Go on.
They're still together.
Oh shit. Do you know what I think we should do?
This is mad.
Stop.
Okay, sorry.
Maybe what we could do is go back to that howler. Put that howler up and let's go back to the update. So people really know what he's talking about.
Yeah. Another howler goes to Ty Tweets. Ty Tweets, so listen, you had a stinker. Now, Tia, her out on Twitter is @_TEENELS. Yes, I'm throwing it out there because you threw out the information as well. Basically, on the 10th of November, 2021, she tweets, right, so mum's away for 2 weeks at Christmas. Chloe Smith, pack your bags, you're moving in. I guess Chloe did move in because on the 15th of the 2nd, 2022, Tia tweets, imagine finding out your best friend is seeing your dad. It's a stinker. It's a stinker. A stinker. It stinks. That's the smelliest tweet I've seen in my life.
I beg
You
your pardon.
had.
You
I'm
what?
sorry. I'm sorry. It's a howler.
What?
It's a howler. I don't even know who the howler's for. Is it for Twitter? Is it for the dad? The mum from Tia? What's the next girl's name?
That's a stinker.
She even goes on to tweet, Chloe, dirty, full stop, little, full stop, slag.
Oh God.
Yeah. So now that you've seen that, understand that young lady who called her friend and she came to the house and played the new role of the mum. And next thing you know, your brethren is now your stepmom. Guess what? She's still your stepmom. They've been out here. They're driving. They're meeting other family members. They're in daytime. They're in nighttime. Big man, they're horizontally jogging probably right now. This is a massive stinker.
That
The dad
is
doesn't care.
madness.
The dad is doing it with chest. With chest.
He said, "You know what? I'm just owning this thing now."
The dad's
Literally.
out here.
I lost everything. Let me hold on to this.
Yeah, exactly. And so, and even say that's what I'm saying. The dad's saying, "Let me just own this thing." The power dynamic in that is outrageous.
Look, Look, if you want to, they've given me the I can't give away this information. It's too mad. I already gave so much.
But is it on the internet?
Bro, look at this. Look.
Oh yeah, don't know. That's a Howler.
What are they on road like this?
My brother, they're happy. Look, drinking, doing bare stuff.
Oh my god.
Go to if you go down, if you go to the top, like where
like daddy and daughter, bro.
it looks like daddy and daughter. Listen, man, I got love for everyone, man. Everyone. I only segregate when it comes for fuckery because there's some fuckery we're not dealing
It's
with.
disgusting, man.
It's just disgusting, man.
It's just disgusting.
How dare you?
Did you
How
say you
dare
had
she?
something?
Yeah,
You know what?
Howlers still.
I don't know how to say it though. Like, I'm gonna show it to
You'll
you,
show
man.
us,
Yeah,
innit?
because
It's-
of the people involved and.
What do you mean?
Bro, you just have to
Let me
see
just
it for yourself.
You got a howler?
It's
Yeah,
mad, bro.
But I don't know how to speak on it because
just
of
seen
where
this, we
the
was
people
literally
are
waiting
coming
to come
from
in.
and who the
we
people
seen
are.
This picture's not a howler. It's all three of you lot.
Ah, shit.
You locked it. Yeah, the band never that. We was howling still.
Never. The man can never be howlers.
Nah, just look.
All right. I saw this. I saw that.
Let
me see.
So I get what you're talking. So basically, I don't know how to talk about this though. Because
I don't
basically,
even know what to
It's
say.
locked.
Like, how do you introduce that, bro?
Somewhere you don't want to get.
no, I don't care. Oh, I don't care. So
no, no.
basically,
Okay.
there's a holiday
yeah,
that
yeah.
happens within the Jewish community. I think it's called.
Actually a holiday.
It's called fam. I can't remember what it's called. But everyone basically dresses up as other people, and a member of the Jewish community is dressed up as a Rasta and done blackface,
Yeah.
and there will be nothing happening.
That's totally there.
As other people.
And let's see how tone deaf it is in the room.
Remember one thing, and never ever forget it. Black people are below dogs, fam.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's reality. So when I see black people connecting with people that ain't black and we're below dogs, you look like you're trying to save yourself to me. If we're all at the bottom of the pile and we gotta help each other to get out of this rot, I don't mind Robin Hood. You go over there, make man think say something else, and you get me? Rob their thing and we go, no problem. But someone are over there and staying, and then you'll see things like that.
Yeah.
And I just say, bring back Wiley. I don't care.
What is one thing that everyone needs to know about?
Remtrex is free.
Honourable
And he has
shout out
a
to
new song.
Remtrex as well. Yeah, I
He's
see.
out
I see.
here.
Yeah.
Check out Remtrex. Real honest brother. In the first tune, he's keeping it trill about what the police do to you. He's not out here glamorizing.
Has
it.
he dropped
It's
something
real.
now? Yeah,
He's
because I know he was
dropped something,
talking
man.
about like because he just came back out and he was saying, "Rah, like I have to start over again or whatever." And I could see the pain in like his words, man.
Bro.
Because he was like, "Look, like I'm constantly having to like they're just on me." Now he's been away for a little while, and I think before he went in, he was starting to build some noise. He disappeared again. Now he's back and he's having to start again. And what's the name of the song? You know?
Let me find it. With Rem, I'm such a just fam.
Isn't it fresh
Is
out
it
something?
called Not Guilty?
It must be called.
Yeah, Not Guilty. That came out the other day. I'm
Yeah.
gonna check that out.
Bruv, he's such a sick barrier, bro. Like,
He's cold.
he's do you know what it is? I really, at some point, want to get him here, Chuckie, and have a
man.
conversation
Remtrex,
with
when
him.
you're ready, all three of us can do that. Come
Wicked.
through and let's have a conversation.
So if I give you the details, you can sort it out, and then we can
just
tighten-
whenever.
Oh.
As long as you can make it at Friday at 1 when we're here, then come, because that's our day.
Remtrex, yes, yes. Those are the people I like to help.
I'm gonna say these guys actually. Don't panic. Yeah, don't panic. The bottoms I actually really like. I fuck with let me see what their actual Instagram is.
It's Don't Panic UK.
It's Don't Panic UK. Yeah.
Don't panic, LDN.
No, UK is still.
It'll be
No,
good.
no, I don't want to give out the wrong one.
I think it's LDN.
Just point on the screen.
No, it's Don't Panic UK.
Point, I'll put it on.
Yeah, cool. No, but audio people in a minute. The bottoms I really fuck with. I'm not even gonna lie. I like these.
they're
They're
hard,
kind of
man.
cold still. Tune wise, you know what? I'm gonna go with definitely check out that Koji Radical album if you haven't. Young's Tef.
Yep, Tef.
He just dropped today. Yeah, so that will be out. There's a tune on there in particular called what am I really fucking with on there?
Is it Homer?
Yeah, Homer. But there's a next one. I've just been listening to it for the first time today. The project is called All Eyes on Me Against the World, yeah? The tunes that I'm really, really fucking with so far is Homer and Body Language. Costa Nostra as well, but them three,
On what project?
Young's Tef.
On Test
He's
Project, you
new,
know what I'm
yeah.
fucking with right now? And
And also, you know what? Like, I know this came out, I think, last year. But Jules again, man. There's a song on there called...
you have to go back.
Love Me.
I hear you, my brother.
There's a song called Love Me, man. It's just like, since the weather's been, you know, the sun's been outside a little bit, just doing a little feature here and there. Man, it fits so good with a Jules rhythm. Do you understand what I'm saying? Love Me. Go and check that one out, man. There's a young girl messaged me and said to me, could you, when you're referencing music, can you help me with a song that like just kind of will help lift my mood and whatnot? And let me tell you something, even when I recommend the gangster ones, I still feel like they'll lift you up with that. Get me? But if that doesn't do that, then this Jules rhythm will 100% do that.
One Kodak song I want everyone to listen to, because Kodak's one of the best rappers, fam. I don't know names of anything no more, boy, apart from the rapper himself. Have you listened to Kodak's new project?
I haven't yet. I know you, man.
You told me you're going to listen to
it,
Chuckie.
I promise I will.
He loved the streets. I'm just asking people to listen to that song and tell me Kodak can't rap.
Okay.
He's talking too much. Kodak, man.
Saying that.
I love him.
Do you, man, have any? Do you want to?
Yeah, I got. I'll shout out. So I'm Indy. This is Olana. Both of us with Sounds Like Chaos, a theatre company, and we're both going to be directing a show. So
what?
If you go to soundslikechaos.com, have a look. We're going to be directing a theatre show very soon.
Put down.
That is fucking sensational.
Put that on the screen. In fact, tell me a little bit about what it is that you do.
Yeah, we're both creatives. We started off acting, and we both do like producing, directing. We work in the theatre world at the moment. Both of us
projects
are
with young people.
You know what, let them have a little one sit on that chair. Just
yeah,
man,
man, do your thing.
Have a little one sit down, man. Have a little one, just a little one sit down. Make sure the camera's on focus, by the way. Give them a little one, you know what I mean? A little one something.
No. Yeah, I'm staying over here. This is their time.
This is a quick thing. Well, make sure everything's carpacetic. Don't forget it over there. Tell me a little bit about what it is that you do.
So we've been with the company for over 10 years called Sounds Like Chaos, and we started off acting. We devised all our own shows, and we work with young people in Lewisham, Greenwich, Bermondsey, Southeast London, basically. That little area there. And over time, we've basically grown. We worked in the theatre, both of us producing work. I produce a podcast for a theatre. He's been producing.
I've been producing, helping them run a project. I facilitate some young people in the theatre company. So I was in it, left for a bit, went uni, came back. I was like, listen, I want to get back in. I started as an assistant director, and I became a facilitator. Now I work for the actual theatre. He worked there as well. I was doing youth development facilitation. We do a podcast. We run projects with young people. We do projects with older people. Running a producing course at the moment. Yeah, man. Busy. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's
building a theatre.
Building a whole space.
In May, it's going to be a sustainable theatre space that we're building, an adventure playground in South. So again,
it's called Climate Home.
Yeah,
we've got a lot of budget this year because Lewisham is London's borough of culture. Right. So we just got a bunch of shit popping off right now, man.
Love that. What's the? Is there a goal? Is there a long-term goal? Like, is there something that like you're sort of working towards?
I'm doing.
Not a final point because that always can change, but just like a vision that you have in your mind at the moment.
I think at the moment, like moving into this directing thing, I think both of us have an eye for directing theatre, right. And I think both of us are kind of like, we like to run, produce and direct a company. So I think that's the direction we're going in.
Right.
Yeah, become theatre, like accredited theatre practitioners. Not just directors or producers, like a practitioner, someone that's actually in the industry.
Right.
We do stuff on all levels and communicate network with different kind of people,
Sick though. Literally. Well, listen, let me say this to you, yeah. If there's anything that we can do to add value to what you're doing, then just feel free to shout me and we'll see if we can work something out, yeah?
Definitely.
Yeah?
Big ups for that as well. And big ups for having us on.
Literally,
man.
bro. Man, see Chuckie
I'm an energies man. And look, let me be clear, yeah? You can't just like, I'm an energy man. Like I can see through it when someone just comes up to me and is like, but my energy, like when we was talking, I thought, nah, you know what? Even though I forgot he was coming, I meant it though. Like I meant it. I meant it.
Told us that night,
and I sent the address.
I'm going
I sent the address immediately. I sent the address immediately. So yeah, so I meant that still, man.
I
But
appreciate
yeah,
it for letting us come down. Still, man,
Yeah.
avid fans, like not even fans, man. Just tuned in. I feel like man's watching my brethren and that. Man, I can't see brethren, bro, in a long time. I just watch him on YouTube.
I hear that still. Come on,
Literally,
brother.
gets like that still.
And
Love,
lastly,
Magic.
obviously,
Go on.
both of us are also musicians, innit? So shouting his thing out.
Go on.
It's 8 Olana. Find him online. Indie Max, Spotify, and all that.
Saying
Love for
that.
that, man.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
amazing,
man.
Bro. I can't, that's lit still.
Yeah, man. Blessed love then each and every time. Thanks for listening, everyone. Yeah. Nice.